My name is Mick Fennell. I'm Business Line Director for Payments at Temenos. So my job is to see how we can grow our business, how we can service our customers, the market, how we keep ahead of the game, and how we deliver value to our customers and the market. Well, the first thing that the customer has to do is obviously service payment processing. And that means a huge amount of different types of payments, account-to-account based payments, be it instant payments, be it cross-border, be it batch payments. Volumes are increasing all the time. Year on year, volumes around the globe are going up by 7%. In cross-border can be 10, 15% per annum. So our customers are constantly trying to keep up with these kind of changes. And not only is the volumes going, but the diversity of payments is changing. How people access payments, how people distribute payments, the endpoints are getting bigger and bigger. All of that needs to be supported by our customers. We talk about real-time, ISO 20022, APIs for open payment, open banking, AI for improved processing, alternative networks, cloud, all of these factors. And then on top of that, you have regulation. So what we do is we try and address all those challenges for our customers, and so deliver them a platform that enables them to be successful. Specifically, if you think of the name, it's money movement and management. So we talk about a lot of companies that are in the business of money movement. And many of these they're all financial institutions, but some of them are banks, some of them are non-banks, EMIs, PSPs, money transfer operators. And there's two types of operations in that, and they focus on moving money and then doing account services with that. If you're a startup and you're joining that market, you need to get to market quickly. You want to be able to process. And that processing is also driven by regulation. If you're an existing business who've been doing money movement and management, the likelihood is that you've built up a lot of technical debt. You've got a number of different systems, legacy applications, and it's getting harder and harder to deliver a seamless service to your customers, trying to keep up with all of the changes. You know, we talk about crypto, talk about CBDC, but nowadays stablecoin is a huge factor driving people towards innovation. But there's lots of other areas of innovation. So how do you do that across all this fragmented landscape whilst keeping up with regulation? And so what we can do with our platform is come along and say, for payments, accounts, risk and treasury, there's a single platform that's pre-integrated, that provides enormously deep functionality across over 100 different markets around the world. It's been proven in the marketplace, and it's available to be implemented in the cloud, on-premise, or through Temenos SaaS. So we're providing options for these organizations to either get to market quickly or to transform and modernize and replace where they have serious system challenges within their organization, that they're not able to launch products quickly, that they're not able to address customer segments and create products that define different customer segments. Our platform has been built to enable them to do that. So for us, it's a game changer within the money movement and management business, because we don't see people out there providing that single seamless platform that will enable that quick time to market and lower costs through the pre-integration. I think as a market itself, money movement and management has really grown exponentially in the last 5 years. You look at all the different alternative network providers out there, many of whom we're already working with and onboarding onto our platform so that our customers can use them. But there are many of them out there. It's also the fact that quite a lot of these guys started out as a fintech, right? They started out with maybe a cool mobile application, they're offering a service, and they've expanded out now. And it's got to the stage where they're just like any financial institution and a bank, where they've got all these different systems. A lot of it is in-house built in these guys because they started out with a great idea, but now they need to standardize. Now they need to industrialize their platform, especially as they move into new markets. One of the difficulty, people go, payments is the same everywhere. No. If you're doing payments in the UK, in Europe, in Saudi Arabia, in the US, in Norway, they're all different local clearing systems. So how do you manage that diversity? How do you enter a market quickly and roll out your services quickly? That's what we're there to help. So we feel that now is the time that the market is looking for this kind of solution to help them modernize and industrialize their capabilities. Well, the first thing is we talk about seamless. Right? When people talk about payments, they talk about seamless. You cannot have a seamless experience without integrated platforms. Right? These things need to work together hand in hand. The second thing is that we're now in the attention economy. Right? The attention economy means we want stuff now. I mean, I don't know the last time I actually finished a whole series on TV, because you want to move on to the next one. And so that's the same in terms of account and payment servicing. People need that low latency. We talk about instant payments, real time. Again, the seamless platform where you have accounts and payments working together. As volumes go up, as execution times get lowered, as customers expect these transactions to be completed in more real time, in quicker, and they want that information back to them, bringing those functionalities together, those services together, is key to actually delivering that rapid, seamless experience. And so that's where we think we make a big difference. I think one of the interesting things is, and I'll say this, there's only two vowels in the word banking, and it's AI. So AI has always been in banking. Well, that's a rather facetious thing to say, but it's so important. So when we're providing a solution, it's a bit like we're baking a cake, right? So we're delivering a cake. Now, think of that as a fruit cake, and if you slice the fruit cake, you can see all these bits of fruit in there. That's how we're implementing AI within the banking system. It's like these pieces of fruit that are infused into the cake to enhance the taste, to enhance the cake, yeah? So within our money movement and management solution, we have infused a range of AI models that are there to address things like reducing false positives within the fraud space. We already have models out there that have been sanctioned by running at a tier 1 bank in Europe, being sanctioned by the local regulator, and that the industry standard for false positives is 6%. And they're reduced down to lower than 2%. That's an enormous saving, right? We also have AI embedded within our payment repair that actually looks at how the bank is repairing and looks at those that can become automated rules and suggests automated rules within the system. We also have AI and working with partners like Microsoft and NVIDIA, where we've actually created AI-enabled co-pilots within the banking, within the system, within the platform. And this makes the users within the bank much more efficient. So it's using natural language for them to be able to access information, for them to be able to create products and speed up that creation of products. So we really have elevated the user experience. When people talk about, I was on a panel yesterday morning about, the perfect payment user experience, and of course we're talking about the customer, but another area for the payment user experience is the people inside of the institution, inside of the organization processing the payments. What's their experience like? And so what we've done is we've infused AI into the platform to enable people to be more efficient. Yeah? So AI is not just one thing, it's not one single magic wand, it's all of these different areas within processing where each one of them is being improved through the embedding of AI models. And we also supply an AI studio, which then allows our customers to configure those models, but allows them to build their own. So it's a huge range of AI services that is there to elevate. And we're going to keep investing in those and adding more fruit to the cake.